Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the old steam engine from BRIO. It's just a little standalone steam locomotive that they sell. It's not battery powered or anything like that. So you can see I paid 15 bucks for this one. I believe I bought this at Barnes & Noble, and 14, 15 bucks does seem to be about the going price for it. So let's open this up and take a look. Okay, we have the old steam engine out of its packaging, and kind of a very unique piece for BRIO because normally all the wheels are this size, but it has a big wheel in the back, more typical of a steam locomotive of that era that this is kind of modeled after. And this part right here, the cab that I'm holding, that's wood. And I believe this is wood too. And then the parts that are attached, like the smokestack and the wheels and the drive rod and whatnot, are plastic. The cow catcher in the front, that little pointy thing, that's to push the cows out of the way, that's plastic as well. Only one coupler in the back. No coupler up front. And it's pretty rare we see a coupler up front. And this is cool because, unlike other BRIO steam locomotives, this one has a big cool drive rod that you can see. Now, what is that? So as this makes steam and pressure builds up and stuff, the steam will push the metal rod, which pushes that big heavy piece of metal. This is plastic, but on a real steam locomotive, and that pushes it, and that's what drives the locomotive. And this actually has a moving drive rod, just like on a big boy locomotive. Well, not a big boy, but a grown-up locomotive. So no tender included with this one, unfortunately. It would be nice if they included tenders with more of their steam locomotives, kind of like they did with the Speedy Bullet train. But to have a BRIO with a drive rod is very cool. It's not something I got to see on BRIOs when I was growing up. Sorry, Mr. Cat always likes to be in the way when I'm doing a video. It's just his thing. But all that extra movement and motion, and the fact that it's a bright yellow, I think this really adds something to it. So let's couple. Oh, got that backwards. These are some old school BRIO passenger cars. They go to the Santa Fe Super Chief. It's a set from the 90s, but any modern or vintage BRIO will hook up to it. It's all the same magnets and height. But I think that looks pretty slick on the passenger train. Having that extra movement's very cool, and it's well decorated. I love that they didn't go with anything crazy. Obviously, like red wheels wouldn't be prototypical, but nor would a gold-colored smokestack or drive rod. But like little gold pieces of trim that you see here and stuff. You used to see those on old steam locomotives sometimes, depending on the railroad. And it looks very, as it translates to a toddler's toy, it does look very more realistic and just more prototypical compared to a lot of the wooden locomotives that you see these days. So that's pretty cool. So nothing too crazy fancy here. That drive rod is just real cool. I think any little steam engine fan is gonna love seeing that extra movement and that big wheel, and it's just more like what you see in the movies, or if you've been lucky enough to see one go in real life. I think your little one will like that. I know I certainly would have. And chugga. Hey. Move your tail. Come on. Every time I do a video, he has to be here. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I think this is something a little different for BRIO. I think it's very cool. If they could find a way, maybe by adding a tender, if they could find a way to make a locomotive that looks like this and has the drive rod and all that, but is also battery powered, I think that would be a huge hit. And I feel like if they added a tender, maybe you could put a small AAA battery or something in that, and that would make all that work somehow. I don't know. I'm not a toy designer, but that would be my idea. Of course, it wouldn't be $14 if that was the case, but I do think that would be a very cool thing to try. But yeah, so there you have it. Thank you very much for watching.